DawnZard is one of the most exciting decks to play right now, with the ability to go up against just about every big meta-relevant deck, and always has a way to reach those pieces to give you a clean win. Hello, welcome on in everyone. My name is Chandler, or Wiz. I am going to be covering our DawnZard deck today. If this is something you're interested, please feel free to subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subs. I upload pack openings every day. I stream some TCG gameplay, and then every now and again I like to do these little deck profiles, looking at a deck, and then we will look at some games from where I've played on stream. Today we are looking at the new and very relevant DawnZard. This is a deck, when I first saw, I was like, there's no way this can work. There's just too many basics, too many pieces, so many ways it can work, but it doesn't. It works, and it works well. This deck most got popularity due to its first placement at the regional at Stuttgart this past season, and it continues to be really good. The deck that I'm using is actually the same exact 60 they played there. I've seen a few other different versions of the deck, some not using Prime Catcher, using the Sparkling Crystal, and instead of using the Terapagos, using a Wellspring to get you some early 2 prizings, but honestly, it just seems like it bricks a little bit more and doesn't constantly give you the pieces you're needed. I think this 60 is honestly just such a good. There are a couple changes you could probably make, but I think the consistency of this deck right now is just, it's so good. We're going to quickly run through these 60 cards, giving you a little bit of ideas as to why we play the cards and what you're looking to do with them, and then we're going to jump into a few games so you can actually see how the deck performs up against some of the top decks in the meta right now. So as the name suggests, DawnZard, we are using Charizard. This deck has been around for a while, and for the most part, we're using the same basic pieces we've played in Charizard for a bit. To start things off, we are playing 2 of the 70 HP Charmanders that are searchable out through Buddy Poffins, just an easy way to get down, and then we also play 1 of the 80 HP Charmanders. This one's really nice because it's one you can bring in later in the game, and with its 80 HP can help you out with your Dragapult matchup, being able to survive a Duskull, plus just 1 shot from a Dragapult or Hawlucha and Dragapult, which you're going to see more often, to allow you to set this up in the later game. We play 1 copy of Charmeleon, and it's the 110 HP. This one is really just here for our in-between pieces. We don't use this too often, but there are some times you can use it, and it's pretty helpful. And of course, we're using the Charizard with the Infernal Rain ability. When you evolve your Pokemon from hand, it allows you to search out 3 fire basic energies and attach them to your Pokemon any way you'd like. It is important to remember it is evolved from hand, so if for some reason your opponent is playing Grand Tree, don't use Grand Tree to set up your Charizard. That does not come from hand, it comes from the deck, and it will not work how you want it to. But with this in mind, we can attach 2 energy to our Charizard, put 1 onto maybe a Terapagos or to a Noctowl that's stuck inactive to swap out, and our Charizard does 180 damage at the beginning of the game, and for every prize our opponent has taken, we do an additional 30 damage. So when our opponent has taken 4 prizes, we're doing 300 damage, which can most times take out a majority of Pokemon in the format right now. There are some that can survive at some Megas, but for the most part, 300 damage is more than enough. In the early game, 210 or 240 after a couple prizes, especially matched with some Dusclops or some Dusknors, can definitely get you some early game prizes, as well as powering up your Charizard for future turns. Of course, we've got Charizard's always prevalent pal. It is Pidgey and Pidgeot. We do not play a Pidgeotto in this list, but there is an argument to be made about adding a Pidgeotto to this list. With item lock as prevalent as it is, it's difficult to get the rare candy, but a lot of times for your opponent to start attacking, they're going to have to drop the item lock, and that's when you can get your Pidgeot set up, and Hoot Hoot kind of helps you work around and get you the pieces you need even without, which of course we are playing 3 Hoot Hoots and 3 Noctowls. Noctowl with its Jewel Seeker ability is when evolved from hand, you get to search your deck for 2 trainer cards. Trainer cards are anything, items, stadiums, supporters, anything that says trainer on it. Very, very, very important. Jewel Seeker only works if you have a Terra Pokemon in play. So if you do not have Charizard or you do not have Terapagos, do not Jewel Seek. It's not going to work. You'll evolve it. Your opponent will look at you and laugh. Don't do it. Also be mindful of the stadium, which we'll get to in a bit, but Jewel Seeker paired in, which is of course why we have Terapagos, a basic Terra Pokemon that we can easily get down onto our bench to activate our Noctowl. We play 2 of those. Terapagos is also pretty helpful in the late game. Its Unified Beatdown ability does 30 damage for every benched Pokemon that you have. So paired with Area 0 Underdepths with 8 Pokemon on bench, you're punching for 240, which is pretty relevant. Can take out support Pokemon like Fez, Latias, Ogerpon, a lot of decent things that Terapagos can help you out with. And then, of course, we are playing a 2-1-1 line of Dusclops, Duskull, and Dusk Noir to allow us to not only elevate the amount of damage we can do with Charizard by pairing them together, putting 13 damage counters and punching with Charizard, but it gives our opponent a prize card, which also gives Charizard an extra 30 damage, which in a lot of cases is very helpful. Rounding out our support Pokemon, we play 2 Fan Rotoms. With Fan Call ability, during our first turn, we can search out 3 normal type Pokemon with less than 100 HP. You're going to be using those to grab a Pidgey, a Hoot Hoot, and a Noctowl. We also play 1 Pheasantipity, which allows us with a Flip the Script if one of our Pokemon was knocked out during the last turn. We draw 3 cards. And Klefki with the Mischievous Lock ability. If this Pokemon is inactive, all basic abilities no longer are happening. This is here to counter Psyduck, so that way we can still pop our Dusclops, get Klefki inactive. While it's inactive, pop our Dusclops or our Dusk Noir, then pivot our Charizard or our Terapagos or whatever we're attacking with back into the active spot, and go from there. For our supporters, as the name suggests, this is DawnZard. Dawn is one of the newer cards, newer supporters brought in from Phantasmal Flames, and it has the ability to search your deck for a basic Pokemon, a Stage 1, and a Stage 2 Pokemon. So a lot of cases in the early game, hopefully you have opened up like a Fan Rotom and a Dawn, or some way to start getting some pieces together. You're most likely going to be dawning to grab out either Terapagos and Noctowl for your basic in Stage 1. Terapagos on bench allows your Noctowl to activate. And then for your Stage 2, you might grab Pidgeot, so that way you can Noctowl, grab Rare Candy, and then Rare Candy to Pidgeot. Use Pidgeot to search out Charizard. You got a second Rare Candy off your Noctowl. Rare Candy again Charizard. Grab 3 Fire Energy, 2 Fire to Charizard, 1 to Terapagos. Attack. Or in some combination of a way, depending on what pieces you already have. But Dawn unlocks so many different paths that you can take by giving you a Noctowl, giving you a Pidgeot, a Charizard, a Charmander, something that you don't already have, and it's so good for that. Additional supporters, we play 2 Iono for Hand Disruption, we play 2 Boss's Orders for Gusting to give us the correct Pokemon we want to take out, and then of course Briar. If we are attacking with a Terra Pokemon, and we knock out our opponent's active Pokemon, then we take an additional prize card. We can only play Briar if our opponent has exactly 2 prize cards remaining. So we got to be kind of thoughtful and mindful of when we're popping our Dusclopses to make sure we are forcing our opponent to hit 2 exact prizes. We play Briar, and then we knock out a 2 prizer for a 3 prize game. And we go from there. Very important to keep track of how many prizes your opponent has. For our item cards, we are playing 4 Nest Balls to search out basic Pokemon. That might be getting our Terapagos out, getting a Fez late game, grabbing that Fan Rotom on turn 1, partnered with a Buddy Poffin to get 2 others like Charmander, or maybe even grab Charmander. A lot of different things. You, of course, know what a Nest Ball does. We play 4 Rare Candies to get our Charmanders to Charizards, and our Pidgeys to Pidgeots, and our Duskulls to Dusk Noirs. We play 4 Buddy Poffins, allowing us to grab 2 70 HP Pokemon and put them down onto our bench. This could be helpful early game to grab out Fan Rotom and a Charmander. Fan Rotom then searches out Hoot Hoot, Pidgey, and Noctowl. Late game, we could get 2 more Hoot Hoots down on our bench, so on and so forth. Get out the Klefki, you know the drill. Our A-Spec is the Prime Catcher, just another way of gusting, another way of messing with our opponent to get the perfect Pokemon for us to knock out. Also keeps us from being trapped in the active. We play 1 singular Night Stretcher for recovery. This might be for getting an energy back, getting a Noctowl back when they've collapsed our stadium, so on and so forth. Lots of uses here. Super Rod to cycle back in, more often than not cycling back in fire energy, so that way another Charizard can pop off and go from there. But at some point you might use it for getting back the Dusk Noir, or maybe recovering a Hoot Hoot. We play 1 Ultra Ball, searching out one of any Pokemon. More often than not, you're searching out an evolution Pokemon, but Dawn does so much of our searching for evolution, so the Ultra Ball is just there as a backup. We play 2 Area 0 Underdepths, and it's very, very, very important to key in on this. This stadium is very important as it opens up our bench if a Terra Pokemon is in play to open up 8 Pokemon. Do not just throw the stadium down willy-nilly if you don't need it, because a lot of people know that DawnZard exists. DawnZard gets countered pretty heavily in the early game by Team Rocket's Watchtower, which makes all normal type Pokemon's abilities non-existent. And because of that, it means we can't Fan Rotom, we can't Pidgeot, we can't Noctowl. So save your Area Zero Underdepths until you need to open up your bench space, or until you're sure your opponent doesn't play it, because you want to be able to bump their stadium if they play it, so you can continue to play the game. But remember, if Team Rocket's Watchtower is in effect, you cannot play that Hoot Hoot to your... I mean, you can play the Hoot Hoot to the bench, it just won't do anything. So anytime you're planning to use your Noctowl and put it on the bench, I want you to do two things. First, I want you to look at the stadium and play and make sure Team Rocket's Watchtower is not there. And then I want you to look at your Pokemon and make sure you have a Terra Pokemon in play. I have seen it happen too many times, both on live and in person. And I have been the one to do it myself back when I was first playing the Eevee Box deck, where you play a Noctowl and you didn't look, and now your Noctowl does nothing. And if you're playing in a challenge or a cup, your opponent is not going to let you take that back, unless for some reason they're feeling very kind. But anyone else is going to be like, yeah, that's you messed up. So always check your stadium and your Pokemon before playing that Noctowl. And for energy, we're playing 5 fire energy, of course. Charizard needs it. Charizard accelerates it. No other energy is needed. And 2 jet energy, getting that Clef Key up into active and then retreating it, or getting us out of any type of Pokemon lock from like a Clutch from a Yveltal, which is seeing a lot less play now, or maybe a Maractus's Corner. It's just useful to have because Pidgeot allows you to grab any card out of your deck, so you could grab Jet Energy in a pinch. It's there for that. This is the 60 we're playing. It's a 60 I feel really good about. I would love to know in the comments down below if you've played this 60 or in a different 60, what you think is best, what you would change, what you have enjoyed playing, and most of all, have you played DawnZard to some actual events, and how did you do with it? Definitely let me know all that stuff down below. And now let's jump into some games, and don't forget to subscribe. Easily playing anything that plays a Bidoof or a Soul Rock, and most likely want to go second. Not a super strong open. Not a super strong open. We are going first, though. Potential... I mean, a good top deck for a... Top deck of a Buddy Poffin. Just a Charmander. Or just a Charmander. I should have put down the second Charmander, actually. I think benching the second Charmander... Well, no, because there is a world where they could very easily Soul Rock and kill my active Charmander. Okay, Squawkabilly, so this is Ceruledge. Don't always assume from the sleeve, but they are playing Ceruledge. The only decks right now that play both Lunatone and the Squawkabilly is Ceruledge. Ultra Ball for a Soul Rock, most like. Which does mean they are not, you know, they do need a couple things to get an attack off this turn. Because they need energy attachment for the Soul Rock and also a way to get their Lunatone out of active. Okay, well, never mind. There's their Lunatone out of active. Answers that question. Okay, so our Charmander does die. Which could be helpful. Could be helpful that our Charmander dies. Maybe we get a Nest Ball. Which, I mean, if we get a Nest Ball top deck, we'll probably just Nest Ball for a Terra since I have a Noctowl in hand. A Dawn top deck would honestly be incredible. If we get top deck Dawn. Actually, do we even need Dawn? I don't even think we need Dawn. Because we need our basics. I want to get like Duskulls and stuff down. Okay, Nest Ball for Terapagos. We grab Rare Candy for sure. Rare Candy this guy, and I think Buddy Poffin is the other thing we need. Buddy Poffin to get a that. Do we ever want to Rhyme Catcher here? And kill their Charcadet before they can really get going. Is that a world where we would want to do that? They only have 2 energy in their discard, so we could just take Squawkabilly and just take a 2-prize lead. We could take Squawkabilly and just take a 2-prize lead. I don't know. I don't know, actually. We could take Charcadet, keep them from being able to have an attacker. Or we could just take 2 prizes. We go down to 4. We just start the prize trade early. But I mean, if they're able to piece together, I mean, they would have to discard a lot. They have to discard a lot to kill a Charizard. Oh, I needed to retreat first if we were going to do the Prime Catcher angle. Yeah, that was stupid of me. I mean, I could Jet Energy and still Prime Catcher, but I think Jet Energy's still fine. I think that's still fine, actually. This Jet Energy on Terapagos is pretty good. Or even we could attack with Terapagos if we were attacking with Charcadet. We have a pretty weak hand, an additional 2 prizes. We punch for, I think we kill the Squawk. I think we kill the Squawk. We have a very weak hand right now. Hopefully this gives us 2 cards that gets us a little closer to actually putting something together. Dawn is really good for that. Okay. Dawn at the very least gets us a Dusclops. We also Buddy Pop and get another Hoot Hoot out. This could go really poorly for us. It really could. Oh, you know what? We should have actually probably Buddy Poffined. Or yeah, that was it. We should have went Pidgey Hoot Hoot. I see why I wanted the Duskull, but getting another Hoot Hoot out actually, because we have a higher likelihood of drawing into another Hoot Hoot or into another Noctowl that then could have gotten us the pieces. So Duskull doesn't really do a whole lot for us this next turn. Man, they are going to pop off, aren't they? I said they needed to get a lot of energy to be able to take on a Charizard. Watch them make it happen. Watch them make it happen. Oh! They're hitting 22 right now. Or 24 total. With energy. They should have pushed up this guy so they could have retreated and had an extra energy and discard. That was a missequence from them. Instead of pushing up the Charcadet, having an extra energy, that would have been nice. Especially if they're off by 1 energy. Okay, okay. I was really afraid they were going to discard energy there. But they could counter Catcher Terapagos. Which if they do counter Catcher Terapagos, Charizard kills. They go down to 3 prizes, which means I'm punching for 27. They didn't Ultra Ball energy last time, so I assume they are not this time either. They would have done it last time. Another Ceruledge for next turn. They're punching for 24 right now. For 25? Wait, how's my math off? 22? Oh, 22. Yeah, my math was off. Duh. They kill this next turn. If I pop the 50, it's actually enough for me to kill this, so I think we do pop the 50 and kill this. That for sure. That for sure. We have a Knights or a Buddy Poffin to put down Charmander, because we definitely want to put Charmander down. Because this clears up 2 space, we want to put Charmander Hoot Hoot. Just to have it for the next turn. With that in hand. I think Terapagos is just a freebie to put in hand. Just a thin deck. Right? Yeah. That feels correct. Now, I do have to put this on there, though, because this gives them an additional prize. They go down to 4 prizes remaining. That puts us... Right now I'm pushing 210, then I'm pushing 240, so I do have to put this on active to make sure I can't take knockout. And then we Charmander and Hoothoot. We'll attach return on Charmander. And then we'll Burning Darkness for 240 for knockout. Takes us 2 more prize cards. Rare Candy's a good one. Rare Candy is a good one. I don't know if they play Iono. I don't think they do. I don't think Ceruledge tends to play Iono because they're playing heavy research and Carmine counts. I don't think they play research. Or Iono. I'm sorry. I don't think they play Iono. They sure do. They probably only play a small count, being either 1 or 2. And they know I have Charizard in hand. So they are probably going to hit the Iono here. Fighting Gong for energy. Lunar Cycle it away. Ooh, failed it. Okay. Potentially no more energy in deck? No more nothing in deck, though, because why wouldn't you also want to just grab out one of these two to just put to the bottom of the deck? Interesting. That's ball for Fez. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. That potentially saves. Oh, that gives a lot of angles. Fight area 0. I put down Clef Key. 30, 60, 90, 120. 150, 180. Not enough. We'll put it down anyways, just to, I guess, to thin it out. Give me a Noctowl. No! Not what I needed. Not what I needed at all. Not what I needed at all. Man. Alright, well, that sucks. The Ultra Ball would have been great if I had one more card. Okay. Okay. So no boss. I'll put it back in Huro and Iono. We definitely pushed Terapagos. The Ultra Ball for Noctowl. I'm trying to because my win con here is kill Fez. That's the current win con angle, is kill Fez. Can we do it? Can we do it? Don't need Rare Candy. Although, actually, hold up. Does Rare Candy actually just give us game? No, because I don't think I have enough energy. 3. Yeah, all my energy is accounted for, so I would need Super Rod. Maybe we don't throw this... I'm trying to think what basics I have in deck. 1, 2, 3. I just need 1. I need 2 basics. I don't know what basics are in deck. This could be the stupidest decision I ever made. Noctowl. Fan Rotom. I have 2 Fan Rotoms. Rotom, Noctowl. Okay, yeah. We're good. We good. We good. Boss. We could have just rare candy Charizard, but I didn't have the energy in deck for that. So I mean, we still were going for Noctowl. We could have knocked out Super Rod. Well, no, because we had to grab the Noctowl to be able to get that. So yeah, I think that was still the easiest amount of or the fewest pieces to get us there. I don't know, probably a better sequencing we could have done, but all right. Poppin' in hand is nice. Poppin' for Fan for Pidgey, all that fun stuff. We have Dawn in hand too. Is that honestly a pretty good combo of having in the opening hand? So we can Dawn next turn for Terapagos. Now, if Terapagos is prized, that's pretty rough. That's pretty rough if Terapagos ends up being prized. All right, Fan Rotom. I have a prized Hoot-Hoots. Both of our Terapagos are there. We have, no, we have Hoot-Hoot in hands. No, we still have a prized 2, because we only have 1 in deck. We could grab those 2. Or do we want to grab a Charmander? 80 HP one's there. Dusks are there. There's gonna Fan Rotom for Hoot-Hoot, Pidgey, Noctowl. I don't actually, I don't think I wanted that. Yeah. I don't think I wanted the other Charmander, actually. Because I think I wanted 2 Hoot-Hoots out. That's fine, because the next turn we'll Dawn for that. We leave the space open. End turn. Okay. Okay. Is that a Master Ball Monkey Dory? Wow, a Master Ball Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory we could be playing against a lot of stuff here, but it is Dragapults. So we could also be getting Bidooed here, which would severely slow down what we were planning to do. Good old item lock. But it also does slow down one of their energy attachments, so it puts us behind a turn, but it puts them behind a turn. We'll still Dawn, and we'll still get our Terapagos. And we'll grab... See, there's no Pidgeotto. So also... Oh, you know what we'll grab? Put that in hand. We'll put Charmeleon in hand. Evolve Charmeleon. We'll Noctowl and grab Area 0. Jet Energy Fan Rotom, kill Bidooed. I don't know what the second thing we'll grab is. Maybe a second Dawn. Maybe. Mayhapple. Alright, pop you out. Now you're there, we can Jewel Seek. Seek some jewels. What jewels are out there to seek? Area 0 for sure. I do think Dawn is a good second follow-up. Most likely we'll get... I mean, there's a world where they Iono us, but they also might want to Lily themselves. I think Dawn is still a strong secondary card to have. Because we'll put down this other Hoot-Hoot, so it gets us another Noctowl, and it gets us Charizard. And it gets us... whatever else we want. So I think that is pretty good. That into play. Fan Rotom does require a Stadium being in play for it to attack. I think it's now there. Do we want to... I think I actually want to do this one to keep us out of a range of Dragapults. And then Assault Landing for 70. Bye-bye Bidooed. They could get the Badoo back in play fairly easily, but it would require them to either put down Latias or use another energy attachment, which again puts them behind a bit of a turn. Now, the fact that they pushed Dreepy, this could be a rare candy build, which means they're hoping to recon into Hilda to get the pieces they need to get Dragapult and Neo Upper. The fact that they just threw away Dawn. I think they're playing for the Hilda for sure. Because Dawn would be pretty great there to get board stuff going. And also Dawn would have gotten into Fez. So I do think they are playing for the Hilda right now. But if they don't have it, we're about to have a really nice turn where we rare candy Pidgeot. And then honestly, maybe even just still attack with Fan Rotom. They counter catch your Noctowl, which is fine. Oh, we're just the other Charmander, which is actually better. Because now I'm not wasting an energy. I'm not wasting energy retreat off Noctowl. I'll just rare candy the Charmander. Because I have Dawn in hand. They know I have Dawn in hand. I put it into my hand with my Noctowl last turn. They're grabbing Badoo. Okay, they are going to waste another energy attachment. Which is fine. We can still attach retreat as we were planning to do. Had Noctowl have been put into active. I don't love it, but I can still do it. There goes the attach, there goes the down. They still have a recon. They could grab a jamming tower, though. If they do jamming tower, we just get rid of Noctowl. Yeah. Okay. I mean, Hilda now does get them attack. We have Terapagos. We're still good for all that. We still send up Fan Rotom with the attached retreat. Although we actually could just attack with a Charizard right now if we really want. We actually could play down Charizard off the Dawn here. Grab Charizard. I think Duskull is the guy we want. Play down a Duskull. Pop Charizard. You don't want to attack with Charizard right now, though. Because then that gives them a 200 punch into us next turn if they get Neo Upper. I still think Fan Rotom is our best attacker. Yeah, I still think Fan Rotom is just such a strong attacker right now. I don't think we need to Noctowl for anything. His current position. I don't think there's anything Noctowl gets us that's beneficial. Next turn there could be. We have one boss, we have one Iono. Super Rod's in there, Prime Catcher's in there. Just getting Prime Catcher. We could set up Terapagos, so that's assuming we do have another Area 0. We do have enough guys that we could then fill back up the board if this gets bumped. Because Terapagos with a full 8 bench with an Area 0 does hit for 240, so we could attack Bez. We are now in a good, decent price trade lead. They could pop a Duskull. But that means a lot. They need Rare Candy, Dusk Noir, Neo Upper, Dragapult, Counter Catcher. It's a lot of cards they need. They also get to flip the script and 2 recons, so they most likely, They get to see a lot of cards. They do get to see a lot of cards here. Not even putting down another Dreepy. Either Dreepy in hand or both other Dreepies are prized. So this is the time where you really want another Dreepy down. Because one of these Dracloaks is going to become a Dragapult. Okay, Hawlucha to take out a Hoot Hoot. They can't take out... Well, they could take out both Hoot Hoots. With Dusclops. No, actually they still couldn't. One would survive. That's fine. And that means you're not going to target down the Pidgey with a Phantom Dive. Which they've seen me not grab Pidgeotto, so maybe they're thinking I've prized the pieces I need. I don't know. I mean, Noctowl is definitely a lot stronger. Like especially at this stage of the game to getting me pieces I need. Iono is great for them. We had a very good hand. We had a very strong hand, although this is pretty good too. This is still a decently strong hand. Although that does mean they're not Hilda, doing a Hilda. Ultra Ball for Dragapult. Did they get the Neo Up energy? Okay, so the other Dreepy wasn't prized. They were truly just keeping this open for Hawlucha. Did you get the Neo Upper? Night Stretcher for the Dreepy they threw away. Makes sense. Got the Dreepy down, got a Dusclops. I got a nice little board over here. No! Okay, so just a punch for 70. Oh, that's incredible. We can kill this. We can say screw you to the Pidgey. Actually, we don't have to say screw you to the Pidgey. If we have Rare Candy in hand, we can Dawn for a Noctowl. Noctowl for a second Rare Candy. Well, no, because we'd say no to it because Dawn's going to give us Dust Noir. Pop the Dust Noir here, 130. 130 brings it down to 190 left. Charizard punches that kills that. They're super behind on energy attachments. Yeah, that's great. That's super great. I love that. I super dig that. I super dig that. So grab this Noctowl. And that. Pulse Ball away those two. I don't think I need a Nest Ball for anything right now, do I? I don't think we'll end up using Iono at all. Cool. They go down to 4 prizes. I don't think we put that down, although this is, and both of these are easy 60 HP range kills for them. We kill this, they need Dragapult, they need Neo Upper. I think we're okay on both of those counts. Maybe putting down Fez could be interesting. I don't think it could actually. It's actually a lie. Putting down Fez is actually a terrible idea. Putting down another Charmander. If they're able to wipe this guy out somehow, though, both of these guys, they probably just take game, though. Let's put it down just in case. Although I have Nest Ball, so I could have just actually grabbed off the Nest Ball. Nest Ball for Fan Rotom. Is that bad? Trying to see if there's any way they can win. If they pop 50, but if they can do it on Fez, they can already do it on Terapagos. That's the thing. If they can do it all on Fez, they can already do it on Terapagos. They also, their board collapses over here, so they're going to get rid of Hawlucha and maybe Monkey Dory? Hawlucha for sure, maybe an, okay, a Duskull. Where did I get enough prizes? No Pidgey. I don't think they have a 4-prize turn here. No. Pop that 50 there. I go down to 1 prize. They punch this for 200. They put 60 here. It's 3 prizes. They kept both Duskulls, with that which they can't use both Duskulls because they only have 2 prizes. They have no damage to push across. Yeah, we're fine. This should be game. Should be being the opposite forward. There are things they could do to keep that from happening, but I think for the most part, this should be a pretty decent checkmate situation, I think. The second Charmander was in case they rare candy a Dusknoir and kill our Charizard. If they kill our Charizard, I mean, if they did that, Terapagos would still be in effect, which Terapagos could also clean things up. But if they Jamming Towered, Rare Candy, Dusknoir, Neo Upper, Dragapult. Like, I'm playing around them having so many cards in their hand, but I mean, it easily could happen. They have an 11-card hand, and I don't think they've even flipped the script yet. Do we see Bear? Is this a... Well, no, Bear needs energy to attack, and they have Dracloak stuck in active. And Dragapults don't tend to play, you know, air balloons. Yep, that's just gonna... Yeah. Because I have Pidgeot on deck, so they know I most likely can boss the next turn. Nice. I think they definitely... I mean, it was just rough. It wasn't... There was nothing really that they misplayed. They just weren't able to make an attack with this Dragapult. Now, depending on what they would have done with the damage, that's when we could have talked about if it was a misplay or not. Had they killed the Noctowl, I think that would have been a misplay. Because I think Pidgey was definitely the more important kill. Even at that point, had I even evolved the Duskull yet? I hadn't even evolved the Duskull yet. So actually the Duskull was probably the stronger kill. Because not kill it, because if Duskull is off the board, I can't even do anything to Dragapult. They just had a rough turn. They had a rough back-to-back turn there. They saw a lot of cards, though, because they Lilied and then they Recon. They just could not hit a Hilda. I am very curious. I assume since they were playing Dawn, though, that they were a Rare Candy build. They just were never able to actually see... They were never actually able to see the Candy, the Dragapult, and the Neo Upper at the same time. But GG. Whatever I happen to be playing throughout the week. I do really like this, though. This is a fun deck. Has so many different paths. So many different lines you can set up. But I do think some people will take this, especially to Toronto. And it's going to be real bad for them for a lot of it, because they're just going to be, they're going to play to tying because they're so unsure as to what to pull. If you can go first and start Terapagos into Dango, you should be in the clear. Yeah, that's so true. Oh, fun. Ooh, Watchtower. Keep that in mind. Hopefully they don't open it. But yeah, if you're going first into Dango and you have the Terapagos and you're able to get stuff off, you're gonna be fine. Because, I mean, they could try and swing a boss or a Prime Catcher, and they potentially could find it if they find all their other pieces. Alright, just the Frillish open... which means we will be under item lock. Man, these stupid people with item locks. We should Nest Ball. Go ahead and get our Terapagos out. We do have a prize Terapagos. Wait, do I have our... It's our 80 HP Charmander. Nice. Nice. We have a prized Zard as well. Alright, prized Tropicos, prized Zard. Prize... No, Dusk is in hand. Fez is in hand. Prized Nest. Prized Prime. 2 energy prized. Cool. Cool. Love all that. That's some fantastic stuff. I mean, we'll get the Pidgey, we'll get the Hoot, we'll get the Noctowl, we'll put down the Duskull. Potentially we can do exactly what we did last turn. Duskull, Dawn, pop the Duskull, Fan Rotom for game, or not for game, but for turn. We won't put out the Area 0 yet. Because we're going to hold our Area 0, because especially since they've mulliganed and we know that they're playing a Watchtower, we want to use our Area 0 to bump their Watchtower. Get Iono us. Could get Iono'd into Dawn. And into Energy, which would also be helpful. Yeah, the Dawn Mirror, the DawnZard Mirror, I do not know what the line is. I have not matched into it at all. We did get a Dawn, though, which is nice. And an Area... Wait, did we just get the... We got the Area 0, the rare candy. Okay, we missed the Hoot for a Dawn. That's so funny. And we just get the Hoot, so we don't have to use Dawn for that. We didn't get Energy, though. We did not get Energy, though, which means we can't attack with Fan Rotom. We will play Dawn, and I think grab Charmeleon here. As much as I would like to get Noctowl in hand, I think we need to start setting up a Charizard. And I don't think we want to pop this now, because it doesn't benefit us in any impactful way. Put that in hand. And we could get Iono'd again, and lose the Charizard, but if that's the case, you know, we'll work with it. Get your Ghost out, stay behind, try to make it your OP your opponent can't Briar for game, you lean into your own Briar line. That's fair. Person behind usually wins, makes sense. Do tell me they just have an Oceanic Gloom. But again, I am actually, if that is, I think we just go in with Charizard. If they just Oceanic Gloom, we just Charizard. Do we actually have... I actually don't know that we have the energy. No, 2 energies prize. We have 3 fire in deck. We have 3 fire. So we do have energy to get Fan Rotom out of active. Oh, they might have rare candy. Okay. Well. I think we're fine. Because they need Bravery Charm. They need Bravery Charm to reach Charmeleon. But if they get Bravery Charm, they have Bravery Charm, we're kind of cooked. Okay, no, 60. Who are they killing? Who are they killing here? I feel like keeping me under item lock was stronger there. Oh, no, they have... Oh, no, they are just... What? They actually could have... Oh, I'm doing math all sorts of wrong. I'm doing all sorts of math incorrectly. I don't know why I was thinking... I forgot that it's ×2. I was forgetting it's ×2. I was thinking it's just... They're just hitting for 60. No, it's ×2. Yeah, that sucks. Cool. Cool. Could bop Dusclops and kill that, just to try and do something. We have nothing else in hand that's beneficial.
Get area 0 and open it up, give us some access. I think we need to try and hit Fez and hit Rare Candy. I think that's our hope. Or hit a Dawn. Oh, no, wait. Not Rare Candy. Hit Dawn or Pidgeot. So we already have Rare Candy. We just need the Pidgeot or Ultra Ball. Anything to get this online before they are able to snipe it next turn. We can area 0. We can Buddy Poffin because that was our 80 HP Charmander, so we can still put down 2 other Manders. I'm not too super concerned for that. Just need to hope that we hit off of this. Hey, we do. Cool. Cool. The Hoodoo in hand doesn't super matter. Alright, get that out of range. We could also grab Dust Noir if we really wanted to and pop it for that if we wanted to. Again, if we had energy, then we could attack with Fan Rotom, but we just whiffed energy again. We'll definitely put that out. Definitely gonna put 2 Charmanders into play. I don't think we're in too bad of a position right now. Like, it sucks that we're a turn behind getting there and we lost our Charmeleon to get there, but I think it's okay. They'll probably put us right back under item lock, though. And I guess I'm also hoping that they whiff Stretcher to get this. I think we have to pop it. Oh, or we could just grab energy, actually, with Pidgeot. We could just grab energy and punch this and not pop this yet. I think that might be better. Kill this for sure, just to hope they don't have Night Stretcher to get back in action. Leave this as a threat on the board. Put down another Hoot Hoot. I don't think there's anything I want off Noctowl right now. Here's the thing, though. If they bump our stadium, what are we getting rid of, though? If they bump our stadium, we have to discard 3 Pokemon. Fez, for sure. I guess Terapagos. Fez, Terapagos. And I guess it couldn't be a Charmander. That put us in such a bad spot. Ugh. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. Maybe Hoot Hoot Noctowl with Terapagos. Oh no, I should have knocked out for Super Rod. That's what I should have done. That's what I needed. No, I didn't put Charmeleon back in the deck. That was the thing I was like, that's what I need to do. Or I could have grabbed Night Stretcher. I should have just got back access to it because we'll be under item lock. We can't Rare Candy for it anyways. Oh, we're stupid. Yeah. That was what I wanted to owl for. Was for the Super Rod to get that back in. Iono, cool. They're probably trying to find their watchtower. That's 2 Ionos down. Or even a Night Stretcher to get their Scream Tail back. Probably hoping to grab one or the other. Secret box. Okay, so they get all of it. They get all of it. Everything they want It's theirs. What did they discard for it? A third Iono? Oh, okay. Iono Ultra Ball Mystery Garden. Because they are planning to grab Watchtower. Yeah. Watchtowers we'll get rid of. Which our Hoot Hoots won't even be. And we can bump it with a Stadium, but we won't be able to rare candy. So maybe actually we need to keep Terapagos. So that way our Noctowl can actually do something. Which again, what is it going to do? What is it going to do when we're under item lock? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. That's a great question. It's a great question. We can at least, even if they Adrenal Brain 30 here, like we can, I guess, send up Terapagos, I guess. Or are they just going to Adrenal Brain and kill this and force me to send something else up first for them to put damage on? That could be what they do. They just push 20 here with the other one, because they got both of them online. We could... Well, I mean, we can Dawn and get Dusclops, pop the Dusclops, and take out one of their Monkey Dories. Maybe we just push this to not get damage on our Pidgeot since we're planning to pop this. Yeah. Because if they see this as too big as a threat, they could evolve this to Jealous It and kill it. That would actually be incredible if they did. I would truly love them to turn this into Jealous It and chase this. Boom, boom. No. Because if they chased it, I could just boss it away and we wouldn't be under item lock anymore. And I don't know, all our own. That is, I assume, probably their only copy of Watchtower. Do we assume they play a one Mystery Ground and one Watchtower? They maybe also play an Artisan. That'd be a heavy count. So we put this in. I mean, Dawn no matter what, and we get Dusk Noir. We get Dusk Noir. We could just pop it to get rid of one of their guys. This has been a great time to grab Charmeleon if I would have been smart enough to put it back into my deck. But I wasn't, so we won't. We'll pop that as we do Area 0. We're still under item locks, so there's no big targets for the Noctowl right now. So I think we Jet Energy here to get this guy started, but I hate that it puts them into active. Because there's a world where they do kill it. They still have one more Iono. What did they put in their hand off of the secret box, actually? Because I wasn't paying attention. Lily. They put Lily. They put... So I know in their hand right now they have a Lily and they have... I know they have a Lily in hand and I know they have Devo in hand. Do we take out a monkey? Is that beneficial to me? Sure. Sure it is. Or we could take out the Frillish. Force them to remove item lock. The only item lock they have is from that. Actually, I do like that. The only item lock they have is from this one that we can boss around. I actually do like that. They could easily take a 3-price turn, though, with a third monkey. I think a third monkey does give them a 3-prize turn. I think a third monkey does give them a 3-prize turn. What do I want to put in hand? Prime Catcher's also prized. So we'd have to boss, and then I can't boss and Dawn at the same time. But I can hit that. Put Charizard in hand. No. Put Charizard in hand. So we can Noctowl for the rare candy. Not even for the Ultra Ball if we need to, or even the boss. I don't know. But I want to keep Dawn in deck in case they... Which I don't want to use Dawn. I want a boss. So the reason I threw the Area 0 out was to get rid of the Watchtower in case I get Iono'd. I want to be able to use my my normal type Pokemon. Okay, Devo does lose access to Pidgeot. We would need to rare candy for it. Okay, our hand is not getting disrupted. So we knocked out for 2 rare candies, rare candy 1 Pidgeot. Or actually, if they push 30 damage over, just Pidgeot dies. There's that. There is that. There is that slight thing. But I think we boss Gardy. As long as we keep our Noctowls, I think we're okay. We can at least, yeah, there's realistically no way they can take out both of our Charmanders and both of our Hoot Hoots and Terapagos. Like, we should be okay. And if we get Charmander, we kill the Gardy, it's cheddar. It's cheddar. Nothing they can do. Yeah, I think Pidgey's definitely the right chase. I don't know if they're gonna put any more damage on their side. What is Jellicent weak to, actually? Dark, so it doesn't matter how much damage is on there, it's always dead to Charizard. But they go ahead and set up the Mew. Oh, I think actually they just win, actually, if we don't kill the Mew. If we chase the Gardy... Well... If we chase the Gardy... They need 1 energy for game. Because just Mew just copies our Charizard's attack. Does it kill Charizard, though? We'll be at 2 prizes remaining. Does it kill Charizard? Trying to do quick math in my head. I think so. I think that's 300. That's not game, but then they just push 30 over, so they don't have 30 to push. Do 300. Is it better to kill the Mew? But I mean, if we kill the Mew, they just need Night Stretcher, and they get to set it all. And they haven't used any of their Night Stretchers. They haven't used any of their Night Stretchers. Haven't used a single Night Stretcher. So they most likely get Mew back pretty easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 energy has been played. I mean, they probably just have it either way. Because we can't also Iono them. We can't Iono and boss, and we're like we can't do everything. We can't do everything. I think we chase the Gardy. Because they also need damage. So I think we chase the Gardy. Because they also need the damage to hit the 300, or they need boss to boss the Terapagos, which case they won't be able to have it. So I think that's best case. What else do we want? What else do we want? Rare candy for sure for Charizard. Pop the Charizard. I don't think Super Rod does anything for us.
don't know if we need anything else, actually. Other than just, like, putting boss in hand for next turn. I think just putting boss in hand for next turn is good. Since we're down Pidgey. Yeah. Because I don't want to put another thing that they can easily, like, grab energy off of. Yeah, mental oh, no, not that one. This one. I don't want to give them the 30 HP. I don't want to give them the 30 HP they need from you. What are we doing? No. Let's not do that. And I think jet up, because I don't want to retreat the energy off this, so I think just jet up Hoodoo and just retreat into Charizard. $600 damage. Alright. Alright. What you got for me, friend? You've got a Fez. Have hit Dango yet? I have not. Did we hit it yesterday? We also played the deck yesterday. I don't think we did. I don't think we did. I've played the matchup as Goldango though, at a cup, and it was a very close matchup. I whiffed my first turn setup, and so at that point they were so far ahead, I was not able to come back. I was able to bring it close enough that it wasn't, you know, they won and I had 6 prizes left to take, which I mean they had Duskull, so I definitely took a prize from a Duskull. But I was at least able to take a few prizes, but I whiffed the 1 turn of setup, and at that point they're too far ahead that I can't do anything. Also putting the boss in hand since they've played 3... Oh no, they've already used all of their Ionos. I thought they'd only use 3. We also should have checked that before we made the decision, because our hand is not moving. So yeah, we're good. We're good then. Ooh, okay, they could go for a Mind Bend. Mind Bend, we hoot for Super Rod Rare Candy. Yeah. That's fine. I'm pretty sure it's in deck. Oh, Rare Candy, cool. I'm pretty sure Super Rod's in deck. Like 90% sure it's there. Yeah. Yeah. We have Charizard in hand. Got Charizard off the prize. Make sure you sequence it right. There it is. GG's! We had boss in hand, but we could also Briar to take the 2 prizes off the monkey. That was a good match. We started in such a bad position there. Just the item lock. The item lock is... If you can keep this deck under item lock, they can win. But that's the other great thing about this deck with the Noctowl. The Noctowl gets around that. Oh, man, it's so much fun. It's such a fun deck. It's such a fun deck. I really like playing this deck. It's really good.